Salutations, my fellow Shakespeareans. For today, I, Aneesh Tatar, will comprehensively decompound the very roots of one of Shakespeare's most superlatively acclaimed play scripts, Macbeth. I will primarily contemplate Macbeth's psychological state and how it differs in the 7 scenes from Act 1. I will start with Act 1, Scene 2. Macbeth's reputation is heavily noted on in this scene. King Duncan and his fellow Thanes are forthwith at a campsite perceiving information regarding the battle's outcome. Duncan is sufficiently informed regarding a rebel known as MacDonald, which brave Macbeth, as noted by Duncan himself, alleged to have made done with. Shortly after, Duncan acclaims Macbeth for his ferocity in battle, asserting that Macbeth is undoubtedly a man. He near idolizes Macbeth for his valiance, as he aged to fight well, annihilating the second string. In this situation, MacDonald. Personally, I believe that Shakespeare took a significantly long period of time to devote to this scene, mainly due to the fact that it lets the audience experience Macbeth's reputation firsthand, deceiving them into not anticipating Macbeth's changed personality in the near future of the play. Correspondingly, the following scene incorporates Macbeth and Banquo confronting the 3 witches, bringing about a subtle contraction to Macbeth's psychological state. The 3 witches adhere in order to meet once again, as formulated. Shortly after, Macbeth encounters the 3 witches in a momentous juncture in the play. The witches' prophecy is of dire importance, as it adjudicates his fate. At this time, it has become fairly obvious to the audience as to Macbeth's attentiveness towards the witches' prophecy, regarding how he shall be Thane of Cawdor, furthermore, king hereafter. However, at this point, we cannot make snap judgments as to a drastic change in Macbeth's psychological structure, as for a second, Macbeth seems fairly doubtful over the witches' predictions, as shown in the following quotation. "Stay, you imperfect speakers," and seconded in, "But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives." Nevertheless, the embarkation of a trail of sinister murders has already begun. Succeeding Macbeth's encounter with the witches, Lady Macbeth is personally deemed with a letter regarding the witches' prophecy addressed to her by her very own Macbeth. Shortly after, Lady Macbeth decides to take matters into her own account in order to bequest Macbeth with his crown, eventually commenting on the fact that her husband is full of the milk of human kindness, adversely expressing his inculpability. Thereupon, Macbeth enters and begins to confide in Lady Macbeth regarding Duncan's murder. At this point of the play, we can herefore identify the changes in Macbeth's psychological structure as to Shakespeare's astute use of language. Scene 7 commences on Macbeth contemplating the regicide that is to take place, consequent to Lady Macbeth's most uncompromising incitement. Lady Macbeth begins to question Macbeth's longing to bequest the crown, initiating Macbeth's arrogance by means of slight extortion represented in the following quotation. "When you durst do it, then you were a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than a man." This, in correlation to Macbeth's conceitness, not to mention soldier-like pride, triggers the homicidal killer inside. At this point of time, Macbeth is murderously intent on committing regicide, thus slaughtering what was once a comrade in arms. All for sheer power. Recollecting Macbeth's previous phases of his psychological mind structure, we can easily pertain a substantial amount of information given in the 7 scenes to determine the drastic changes in Macbeth's psychological state. All this flawlessly written by one of the most highly extolled writers of the millennium, William Shakespeare.